Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Favor, and today I'll be showing you how I did my faux locks. Also, if this is your first time watching me, don't let this be the last. Go ahead and subscribe and hit that red button so you're notified every single time that I post a video. Alright guys, I'm gonna start off by putting the less jam in my hair. This is just to get my hair to be smoother, more laid down and all that extra good stuff. After which I'm just gonna go ahead and comb it out. The first thing that you want to do is to make 3 sections without making it obvious that you're making 3 sections. And then using your index and your thumb finger, you want to grab the middle one and then pull it to the other end. Using your index and your thumb finger, once again, you want to pull it to the other side and then grab the other end. So you just repeat this, and yeah. Also, I wanted to mention that I did in fact go into details on how to braid your hair in the braiding 101 video that I have up on my channel. So if you haven't seen that, please make sure to check it out, as it might be of help to you. Also guys, I wanted to mention that you can make your braids a little loose. That way you're able to, pass your crochet needle in more freely. I struggled a little with this because some of my braids were like super tight, while some were not exactly tight, so I struggled with that a little. So in order to avoid that, just make them a little loose, but not too loose, because you do want your hair to look neat and lit. I also wanted to mention that I only braided the ends because I wanted to make a separate video on how to braid your hair. But please guys, you don't need to braid all the way to the end. But if you're up for it, go ahead and do it. But if you're not, you don't need to braid the ends of it. It's not going to make any difference. Yeah. Once again, I started off by applying some less jam to my hair, and this is just to make my hair more smooth, more laid back, and more neat. After which I went ahead and combed it out and then proceeded to braid it. I did want to mention that it's more ideal to braid your hair completely before starting the crochet process, because it just saves you time. I promise it's gonna save you time, and it's gonna make the entire braiding process easier.
Dead to society later.
The first thing you're going to want to do is grab your crochet needle, and then you want to push it through the root of your braid, but without damaging your root. I'm saying this because like I mentioned, you want to make sure that your braids are not exactly tight, so that you have space to push the crochet needle. But if it is indeed tight, I wouldn't advise you to forcefully push it in. I would advise you to just figure out what's going on, feel your hair, play with it, find wherever the braid is the most loose, and then work with it. Next, I'm going to attach the loop of the braiding hair that I'm using, which is the FreesTress braiding hair. I got this at my local beauty store. Everything will be in the description box. But I'm going to go ahead and attach that to the needle, and then I'm going to go ahead and lock it and then pull it through. Once again, you want to be extremely careful while doing this, because honey, you just don't want to mess up your hair. If you don't do this carefully, carefully, when you do take this hair out, you're just gonna end up losing a lot of hair instead of gaining hair growth, which is gonna be sad. Come on. So you want to be extremely patient while doing this. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and repeat this process again. As you can see, I made sure that my crochet needle was completely closed, and then I pushed it through the roots of my braid. I went ahead and attached the FreesTress braiding hair that I'm using. I attached the top of the loop to the crochet needle, and then I locked it and then gradually, pulled it through. Next, grabbing the second piece of hair that I attached, I'm going to go ahead and pull it down as far as I can get, but without pulling it out from the braid itself. I am particularly doing this because I intend on wrapping my hair with the rest of the hair with the longer piece. Also, this, adds volume to your hair. It makes it thicker. So if you want yours to be a little thicker, then I would advise you to add a third piece or even a fourth one. But I particularly didn't want it to be that thick. I just wanted something short and simple, so I went ahead and added 2 pieces of hair to it. Alright guys, so moving on to the butterfly looks, you want to hold out a little bit of hair with your thumb, but why keeping in mind that I gotta keep wrapping. So you hold out a little bit of hair, wrap over it once, and then when you come back to it the second time, you let it go and then you keep wrapping. So basically, you want to go ahead and repeat this to your satisfaction. Also, I do want to mention that you probably don't want to make your butterfly looks that big, because the longer you keep the hair, the messier it gets. So if you make it extremely big, when your hair gets older, it's going to become more, it's going to get rougher and it's going to get caught on things a lot. So you definitely want to keep that in mind. As you guys can see, in order to secure the ends, I went ahead and wrapped backwards, and then afterwards I tied it up, and then I went in with a glue and then a lighter. I'm extra like that, but feel free to just use one method. You can do whatever you feel works for you. I feel like this hair, there's not a certain way to do it. Sometimes you have extra hair, sometimes you don't, and of course you have to also take into consideration that the back of your hair needs to be shorter than the front of your hair. Just do whatever works for you. If you're cutting out extra hair, then I'll suggest that you use a lighter. But if you're not, I'll just suggest that you just tie it up and maybe go in with glue if you feel the need to. So yeah, it's just whatever works for you. Also guys, I'm gonna go ahead and apologize for how serious and concentrated I look in this video. I was just so tired that I just had to concentrate in order to get it over with. And due to the fact that this was my first time doing this as well, it just took me way longer, and I had to just be more patient than normal. It was so frustrating, guys. Also, in order to add more texture to your hair, I would suggest that you fluff it out once or twice. Please don't go overboard, because once, the longer you keep your hair in, the messier it gets, and those flaws are going to manifest more. Manifest more. As you can see, one of the mistakes I made was putting my bumps on one side. So you want to make sure that you're kind of rotating it and they're kind of like all over the place. And yeah, you know, just make sure that you kind of move your hand a little so that way they're kind of not on the same side. As you can see, this is the finished look and your girl is absolutely loving it. Oh my gosh, I love everything about this hair, like trust me. The only thing that I would say is that it get caught on everything, like oh my gosh, my earrings, my industrial piercing has not had a break since I got this done, so have that in mind. But besides that, I love everything about this hair. It's super light, not heavy at all, and yeah. And also, this was my first time trying this. This was my first time using a crochet needle, so if you're thinking about doing something similar, I suggest that you give it a try. Like, hey, why not? Yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. You know, drop a comment or two. Let me know if you have any suggestions or if you have any questions, and also please don't forget to read the description box for products used. Finally, don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe, guys. Please subscribe. And also please don't forget to share this video. Please share this video. Share it on your Facebook, your Snapchat, your Instagram, Twitter. Just go ahead and share it. Like, you'll be helping a sister out by sharing it. So please share it. All right, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.